number. I was lightning before the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. To the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. 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 Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder. Now floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee, I earned my stripes. I went from zero to my own hero. You had me down, but I got up. Already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound. Like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the dark. Thunder. I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning in the thunder.
Well, hello, everyone. Blowing in like a thunderstorm. Mom T, you should know, girl, that I can find a remix or a mashup for every occasion. And I thought that one was appropriate. It even prompted me to change the title of my stream because the offer has expired. You have lost all possibility of hashing it out with me. You blew up at me, lost your mind the other day. For no reason, all because you refuse to comprehend the words that come out of people's mouths. And it is after 2 o'clock, Mama T. What happened to all this real life stuff you had to do? Come on, girl, life is waiting. I hope there's not some child waiting to be fed lunch because you're on the damn YouTubes. Everyone wave to the Tiglets, though, because you know they're here. You know they're hanging out in the bushes. They might pop their little heads out. Mods, don't whack them unless they're just being completely out of line because, as always, Mama T, I told you that I run a tight ship over here. And everyone respects me enough to not come in here causing a big scene with each other. But you didn't want to accept that. That's not me thinking I'm better than anyone. That's just a fact. Your chat is out of control. You allowed people to come at me from all directions the other day for no reason. We'll get to that in a minute, though, because I have people to say hello to. Let me scroll up. I hope everyone's having a happy Friday. I love Friday. The weather is amazing outside. Hello, Mama 2, Grinch. I've missed you. Graham, Robo Granny, good to see you. Erica, Stormy Skies, Nina. Penny Positive, Luna, Dance Party Queen. Curiosity, Victoria, Lenny J. Hey, Dodie. That girl. Skunk Eight Mysteries. Hello, hello. Midnight Baker, Victoria. Man, there's lots of people here today. Rise, my favorite. See, Mama T, I have people from all different communities that come over and hang out with me. I don't have to go sub poaching and chat poaching. If I only get 20 people in here, so be it. All right, I think I got everyone. If I missed anyone, there's Lily sliding in on her roller skates. Um, if I missed anyone, it wasn't personal. I'm not wearing glasses right now, but hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Sorry you missed the music. I may or may not have a little something something for the end. We'll see. It depends. So, Mama T let me know that she heard or she saw my comment earlier in another chat inviting her to come over, and she was on her live and I was over there listening and laughing. Oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard, like that guttural laugh. Yeah, I might have even snorted a couple of times. But she said she's not going to be gracing me with her presence on my panel ever, and she can't be here because she has real life stuff to do. Well, it didn't seem too pressing because she thinks she might have a sinus infection, but she needs to call her doctor and talk to him about that to get some antibiotics. That's not how it works. You need to call and make an appointment and go see your doctor and get a diagnosis and get antibiotics if you need them. But yeah, I probably would have done that instead of going live today to just talk crap about a bunch of people and say that you're doing it because they're talking crap about a bunch of people. And the people that you're like trying to talk about these days are all these people that you know absolutely nothing about. You don't know their history. And honestly, I wish I wouldn't have saved your butt the other night when you were going off on Savage. Because it wasn't until I threw out, the life preserver and said, look, you need to chill on that because that's not what happened. Dolly did something to her first. Then you backed it up and you stopped. But I guess that's just another example of me being better than everyone else. Girl, please. I don't even think that you honestly know enough about me to be saying some of the vile shit you said the other day. You know that you and Ernie, quite coincidentally, are the only two people around here that have ever called me a bitch. Just for no reason. No reason. Only because I don't agree with you. I don't agree with 95% of what comes out of your mouth because it's usually just wrong. You're the one that is perpetuating this rumor about this video. Griff has all like 11 people in his chat listening to him when he brought up that video. You streamed it and you're still talking about it. Have you not learned that if something isn't true, just don't? People are going to use it to poke fun at you because it's freaking easy. You leave the gate swung wide open. And it's really sad because I remember like a while back when Ernie took a little hiatus and was, whatever he was doing, you kind of like were able to pull away into your own little world. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to give this chick a hard time anymore. Let's see how she does on her own. And it didn't really pick up much traction because I remember one of the first comments I ever made in one of your chats. I just happened to be listening. I hadn't even listened to you for a while because it was just, I don't know, there was no substance. But you were trying to talk about a case, and someone in your chat, actually a few people, and you were referring to it as the boy who was stuck in a chimney and died. And I had to tell you that that boy's name was Harley Dilly. And when you're going to be talking about cases, especially children's cases, show some damn respect and take 2 minutes to Google yourself and get the kid's name. Don't refer to that life as the boy who got stuck in a chimney and died, and then have the audacity to classify your channel as true crime. True crime is not sitting there playing other videos and news clips in the background and just repeating every 4 or 5 facts that you hear. That's not how it's done. And when people catch on to you using their work like that, you ain't seen nothing yet. I tried to help you and told you, hey, I will show you how to work your way from top to bottom on a case and report it successfully. Nope, weren't interested. Let's see, I offered you abuse counseling because at one point you said you were being abused by your partner. Then you said no, he wasn't abusive. And then when y'all broke up, he was the most abusive man on the planet. It's okay. I tried to have you covered. I extended that olive branch. I offered you help with a place to live. I offered to help find you a job. All you had to do was put your big girl panties on and do something for yourself. It was that simple. As hard as it would have been for you to leave, it was still that simple. I have constantly corrected things in your chat only to be told that I'm biased and I don't have an open mind and I'm just some big fraud. Miss Thing, let me enlighten you. Put your little claws back in for a second and open up your furry little tiger ears. Take a look at the chat, sweetie pie. Whose name do you see being drugged through the mud on the daily? Who do you see people laughing at? Who do you see people starting rumors about? Who do you see people that even after trying to break off from them and squash issues more than once, you can't keep your big trap shut either. And so it's just going on and on and on. It's like the song that never ends with you. It's definitely not my name. Because You're actually the one with the biased opinion. You don't like me and you don't want to hear anything that comes out of my mouth, even if it's the truth, like it was true about Hummingbird's nasty ass comment she made about a child. Even Ernie said he tended to believe that I was being honest. If you would have actually ever listened to anything I've ever put out, Mama T, you would actually know a lot about me and how I operate. I don't walk away unscathed when I log off YouTube every night because I'm out here just poking things that don't need to be poked. I'll give my opinion, and when I do, I express that it is solely my opinion because you can't change people, right? Nothing I say is going to make you want to do anything different for you. You have to want to change, but you don't. You're all hung up on this. Oh my gosh, you said so many ridiculous things today, Monty. And it gets to a point with you, honestly, and in all sincerity, Mammoth, I am not trying to be mean, but everyone knows I've said it multiple times. It takes a lot to push me to a certain point. And the other day, I think it was Sunday, you deleted that live or you privated it so nobody can go back and listen to it. But it's okay because someone who doesn't even have a personal relationship with me was kind enough to send it to me. So I was able to hear all the crap you talked after I told you to block me forever, ever. Don't unblock me, Mama T. Don't unblock me because I will come into every chat and I will correct every untruth that spews out of your mouth and not even blink twice about it. You say some of the most horrible crap about people, and then you're going to sit there and complain about a little imaginary knife to the throat. Was it the right thing to do? No, it's probably not something I would do, but I don't decide on what actions everyone else takes. And then you had the nerve to sit there and act like, oh, law enforcement just doesn't care. They're not going to do anything. It's that they can't. They are bound by certain laws. They have to operate within their jurisdiction. But trust me, had you not immediately after that incident come back on here running your mouth and provoking the crap, you might have more of a leg to stand on. No, Raz, I don't lie because I've walked around this place for 2 years with my eyes wide open. And I got I got burned a couple of times. But I was said in a Discord earlier, like I should have known better based on those particular people's history. I should have known better. But Mama T, we're going to talk about the comment that started all this crap and what made me so irritated with you. I don't even care enough to dislike you. I'm just irritated with you. They're like, you woke something in me the other day that I can't stuff back in. I have to just let it all out. I promise I'll go back and read some comments. But I gotta like stay on track here because I gotta go to the bus stop at some point. Okay, so in her chat Sunday, first of all, Mama T, go back through all my lives and see how many of them I've ever done on a Saturday or a Sunday. Go ahead, I'll wait. It's another little tidbit you don't know about me. I typically go live Monday through Friday, any one of those days, usually between 1 and 2. I don't go live all the time. I have real life stuff to do, remember? So you were talking about the way that Easy and Jimbo and Kemper talk to women, like how, oh my gosh, they just say these horrible things, and however will we go on with life, and blah, 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 names hurt. Yes, they've all said horrible things. I particularly don't care for Easy after that whole Peach incident. I got to be honest. And Mama T, you're probably biased and think that I feel that way because I'm a mean girl. No, I'm not. Can I be a mean girl? Yeah. Am I? No, I'm not on the official roster. Nobody's paying me to do this. I'm not simping for anyone. None of that. But when I said in your chat, I think you said you've never heard Ernie say anything bad about a woman except he's called people a bitch. And big deal, everyone's been called a bitch, right? No, not all of us called bitches on a regular basis, I assure you. Well, I put in your chat, well, Mama T, Ernie just called River a crack whore this morning. And what did you do? You didn't hold the little fella accountable. You said, oh, yeah, well, River, she blah, blah, blah. Like, what the heck? What are you standing for in that moment, Mama T? Explain that to me. See, these are all things that you could have come over here and explained one on one, but you won't do it. Why will you go on everyone else's panel? No matter what they've done to you in the past, you just can't seem to stop sticking your hand in the fire, but you won't come over here. Mama T, are you scared? Did we find something that you're afraid of? You have no reason to be afraid of me. You don't see me going out here attacking people on a daily basis or sticking my nose in places it doesn't belong. The only time I will ever get involved in a bunch of crap is when it involves me directly. And congratulations, you made it personal now. So that comment that I made in her chat doesn't really, in my opinion, it doesn't justify her freaking outrage at me and all the crap she talked afterwards. I don't know. Does that seem like a harmful comment to any of you? I literally said the truth. Not even 3 hours earlier than that, Ernie sat on his channel and called River a crack whore. And put all your opinions about River aside. I don't care how you feel about her personally. The point is River is a female. So don't sit there and say that Ernie only calls people bitches when he's sitting there calling them crack hoes. Quit trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's not going to work. So that was the first correction of the day. The second correction of the day was that Downs something. I don't know. That they go into her chat a lot. Downs something. But she kept like praising how respectful they are and stuff like that. Well, they didn't like the comment I made about Ernie. So then that person says, shut the fuck up, chasing justice. I was like, Mama T, you're ever respectful downs, whatever. Just told me to shut the fuck up. And what does she do? Did she say, don't talk to chasing like that in my chat, even if you don't agree? No, she didn't say that. She wasn't being unbiased. She justified it and said, well, they're usually respectful, but What is wrong with you, MamaT? What is wrong with you? Do you live in an alternate reality? Because I know that you can't possibly see and believe all these things that run through your noggin. You were out of control the other day. Oh, you got under my skin. I'll give you credit for that. You flipped that switch. Ugh. So I put a lot of thought into this stream just for you. I made sure I had the perfect title. Relax, Mama T. I'm not like creating a little lion cartel or anything. I'm just a Leo. So I thought it was a funny play on the whole tiger crap. And then I found the perfect song. So yeah, Mama T, since you have to have everything written out for you in crayon, that's why the title of this stream is the one that is now privated. Okay, I made the disrespectful comment in the comment about earning. The next thing after that, she went off on a tangent again about Jimbo because she says that she never, ever, ever talks about him, but she actually talks about him every day. Same old crap. I can't find my vape. Um, so she goes off about Jimbo, and she said something, or Lori made a comment explaining what happened with her son. I'm not going to repeat what she said happened. I feel like that would be in poor taste because I'm not friends with those people. That is not my story to tell. And, it is what it is. So, Mama T has a bad habit of saying, "What do you think about that, chasing? Tell me what you think about that." And then when I try to tell her, she's nowhere to be found or she doesn't want to hear it. So I don't know what she was looking for, but I was simply explaining to her yet again that I don't just give an opinion or jump on someone. I think my exact words were, "I'm not going to dogpile on someone without solid proof." Meaning, I'm not going to just attack Jimbo over something that may or may not have happened on your word alone. That's not me doubting that it actually happened to your son or whatever. That's me saying, I don't know enough about the situation. I am not going to attack someone who, honestly, out of everyone on here, has been a better friend to me than anyone else. And that's Jimbo. I know that people feel how they feel about him. And trust me, there was a period of time where I felt the same way. But I went directly to him and we handled it. And now he's really the only person that I text with occasionally outside of YouTube. And it's not even about anything serious. I literally sent him a meatloaf recipe. It's that kind of conversations. Has he shared information about cases like the Crystal Rogers case or, Shelby's case? Yeah. He's answered questions for me that I've had, but that's the extent of it. We don't plot anything. I'm not in anyone's payroll. I respect the fact that other people may not care for him and Kemper, but I'm cool with them. Like, I have no personal issues with them. And the issues that people do have were there long before I came along, like even really hanging out with anyone. But I have friends all across the board. I have people that I like and watch and support. I have chats that I go into. I don't go out looking for trouble. So, no, Mama T, I am not going to attack someone based on a comment that's in your chat because I do not have enough of the facts. You twisted that all around and tied it in a knot and tried to say that I attacked Lori about her son. Girl, you better back it up. You are not going to get out here and try to slander me and say that I'm some heartless individual because I doubted a mother's story. I then commented and said I did not attack Lori. I don't need a definitive answer either way if it was true or not. It is not my business. And I stand by every word of it. And then, what did you say, MamaT? Come on, say it again, tough girl. You said, oh, hell no. Chasing, that's it. You're done. Get this bitch out of my chat. Mm. So I went and I logged in on my second channel and I went back in the chat. And she was just a going. It wasn't until after I told her she better block me from her chat forever till the end of time, Mama T. Don't ever unblock me. I wasn't even in the chat anymore. And I got a notification and someone said that she was calling me up on panel. Get up here, chasing. No, ma'am. I was doing important real life things like meal prepping for my family. Beneficent versus maleficent, you have my whole heart. Mama T, here's a little history lesson for you. I make connections with people all over. It's easy to do when you don't have your head up your butt all the time. And I actually know Beneficent through her mother. She was one of my first subscribers. And unfortunately, she is no longer with us. And I miss her every day. And I'm probably going to cry. But Mama T, that's the kind of relationships you can form with people when you are honest and you aren't manipulative and conniving and greedy. Like, I really honestly had I could take you or leave you up until the point that it came out about all that money. And you still to this day, I only told one lie. It never works out like that. If you tell one lie, you're going to have to tell at least 5 or 6 more just to make sure that one stays covered. And honestly, I think the reason Griff is like even saying something about this video thing, and honestly, now that I think about it, I never actually heard him say that out of his mouth, I don't think. I don't think I was listening to that part when you were streaming him. Ugh, I don't want to go back and listen for it. So, but if it was said, it's probably because I know all your little people always like peep in on the chats and grab screenshots. Y'all are the screenshottingest people I've ever seen in my life. Vanessa in Mom D's chat on Sunday kept trying to trip me up and like catch me in something. She kept saying things like, and I've always liked Vanessa. She always told me how much she liked me and she always listened to me. Now that I think about it, I think she has me confused with Chasing Truth because I don't ever remember seeing Vanessa in not one of my chats. Let me finish what I'm saying about her comments and then I'll explain the story behind my name. Vanessa kept saying things like, Chasing, do you remember back when you used to say bad things about Mama T and Ernie and chats? Or no, she asked me if I remembered saying anything about Jimbo and Ernie. And I told her, I was like, Vanessa, I'm well aware that everything I ever type on this whole big YouTube, there's a chance of it being recorded or someone's going to get a screenshot and try to hold it against me a year from now. In fact, I say things sometimes just because I know you guys are watching. So she kept trying to do that to me a couple of times. And then she's like, well, okay, I wasn't starting anything. I just wanted to see if you remember because I do. Vanessa, why don't you just ask me if I remember saying whatever it is I said? Just be out on Front Street. I've told you guys I'm here live and direct all day, every day, except Saturday and Sunday. But you don't listen. You don't listen. I told you I would never go on your panel because you allow your mods to block me over the dumbest things. You don't ever want to be corrected on anything. But I've proved you wrong about so many things, little things. And it's not to be rude to you or make you look dumb most of the time. The majority of the time, I'm trying to help you. But no, you want to get all ghetto and stuff. And yes, I just said you were acting ghetto because you were. You were acting trashy AF, and I didn't do a thing to deserve it. So the joke's on you, MamaT, yet again. And you want to act like, and Ernie, get mad at me if you're listening. I don't care. Y'all don't have to be afraid of me on YouTube. What y'all have to be afraid of is if you try to come at me real life, Ernie. What are you going to do? You going to dig up some embarrassing fact about me and blabber it all over the place? I've went through some rough crap in my life. Maybe if I liked you more, I would explain a little of it to you. Or maybe if you just go back and listen to some of my past lives, you would hear it for yourself. Stop acting like you own survivorship. There are many of us out here that have survived things that your brain couldn't even comprehend. You tried to say that I begged you to see your video about your story. I asked and begged and pleaded. No, I didn't. You asked me to give an opinion, and I said I cannot give an opinion on something that I haven't seen or heard for myself. Duh. I literally say that just about every time I go live. Got to put on your listening ears. But you don't listen to anything. You just rely on the crap that people send you. I would never rely on someone who every clip video they put out, there's misspelled words on every frame. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Broaden your horizons. Go out there and listen to things for yourself. Get it right for once. You're your own worst enemy. You fall for it every single time. And then when you do and you're all embarrassed, you want to try to say the rest of the world's evil. You have your moments too, ma'am. MamaT. You have your moments where you are just hateful and disgusting and just gross. So, yeah, I guess you could say that there are some things that I'm better at than you. Do I think I'm better than everyone else? No. You know, Mama T, pride is a sin. And I am a God fearing woman. Because of the crap that I have survived in my life, there's no doubt in my mind that the only reason I did was through His grace. And it's by His grace that I'm able to try to be better each and every day than I was the day before. So, no, I'm not better than anyone. I am broken. I am exhausted. Sometimes I feel hopeless. Sometimes I feel like I'm never going to climb out and finally get to a point of contentment. I feel like I can't learn enough. I overthink. I'm analytical. I'm OCD about some things. I am far from perfect. But at least I get up every day knowing that if I want to get through just that day, I have to put a little effort into it. I have to reach deep down inside of all my self pity and pull out my motivation and desire to want to be better than the me I was before. But you can't get over yourself long enough to do that. You always have to be right. You're a last word person. I put in my description that this is my final words for you, and I mean it. I'm not addressing you anymore because it's pointless. There's no sense. You don't listen. All your little friends try to say, don't go to chasing. She's trying to turn you against Ernie. I don't think anything could pry you loose from that gorilla glue that has you stuck to his rear end. I honestly don't. It's not about turning you away from Ernie. It's about you being honest with yourself and everyone else that he has done all of the things that you complain about everybody else. Every single thing. He literally doxes people all the time. That same morning that on Sunday, because he went live before you, he said he was getting ready to dox a whole lot of people, just not on YouTube. That he has a job now where it's literally to dox people. But that's all I'm going to say about that. That's how you know he's lying. Whenever he finishes up a sentence, well, that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, Elvis. So he just said that morning that he was about to dox all kinds of people. But you say, oh, he never doxes anyone. The only time Ernie's ever been rude to people is because they follow and dox and stalk and harass and all that. Cry me a river. Had he not come on YouTube to begin with, putting all his crazy ass antics out there for the world to see, nobody would care where he was. You ought to know, Mama T, we are human beings with sick fascinations with people acting like fools. We're wired that way. Of course, we're going to watch and try to be the first one to find Waldo. Of course, people are going to call when he's out running in the middle of the street, acting like a drug fueled maniac, talking about bombs in vans and clicky blinkers and stuff like that. What did you think was going to happen? It's like, it's insanity to me that you can't just open one eye. You don't even have to open both of them. Just pry your little eyelid open on one eye and see things for what they are. Today you were going off about, oh, ban evading, ban evading. Mama T, you have to be completely banned from YouTube before you're technically ban evading. It's my understanding that the channel is down, but it's coming back. Do not scream at anyone about ban evading when Ernie is literally on his 7th or 8th channel. How come you guys haven't like come up with a new logo? He's not Lightning Tiger anymore. He is now TKI, the killer inside. Are y'all gonna run around with little machetes now? But Mama T will never accept that you're not innovating. She'll never accept it because she can't. There's something in her that won't let her. Sarah, I think this is his seventh channel. It could be his eighth. Who knows? He keeps finding suckers or making up names to put all these channels in. But you notice that on this new channel, I don't even think he's cracked 1,000 subs. So thinking back, Mama T, do you honestly think that he actually had all of those like double digit thousand subs on that one channel legitimately? You think those were legit subs? Have you asked your friend where the pendants are? Because the month is up. People are supposed to be able to order pendants now. Or how about that bomb Tiger Association group that all of y'all paid $5 to join? It's got the same 46 members in it that it had before. So when you combine all those things, Mama T, when you combine the fact that he put a scientist picture on YouTube and claimed that it was him working in a lab and there's great things to come, and I called him out on it within 5 minutes. And then he tells me, "Oh, I knew you'd pick up on that. You're good. You're good." Oh, yeah, I am. Because I'm a nerd and I like read science magazines and stuff. So when you put all those little things together, or let's an oldie but goodie, the mind picture that he came up on your panel and swore up and down that he was working in the mines, and you backed him up 585%. Yes, he is. He most definitely is. No, he wasn't. It was yet again another lie that you guys like to disguise as, well, he has to do that because people are so crazy. We never got an action figure. Nobody ever got a medallion. The only reason people actually got t-shirts sent out to them is because MAGA was tired of storing the crap in her garage, probably. He had to get rid of them. He didn't give them away, though. He charged for them. Hell, Jimbo, I won a free t-shirt the other day. For free. I didn't even have to do anything but show up. Mama T, Mama T. I have always been nothing but kind and respectful, and let's see, persistent. I guess you could say I've been persistent because I've like kind of held on for the long haul, trying to see if there was anything of value in there at all. And my decisions made, there's not. You're perfectly content in whatever situation you're in. That's evident in the fact that you won't even alter your language or create better content to make your channel more successful. You could actually make some money off YouTube if you, one, just quit cussing all the time. Quit cussing so much. You're always calling people names and stuff. Learn how to put some ads in your crap. Do something other than poorly read an article out loud. And I'm not knocking you for reading skills, but if you put time into preparation and educating yourself, it's a lot easier. Because trust me, I've been going live for 2 years. I'm still all shaky voiced right now because I still get nervous every time. I'm a skittish lion. The difference between you and me, Mama T, is I'll come up here and I put effort into everything before I open my mouth, first of all. Nobody wants to look like an idiot, but you're a glutton for punishment. I don't appreciate the way that you talked to me the other day. There was no reason for it. I only get 200 characters to convey a thought in a chat. Don't wait until you've already cussed me out and called me everything but chasing justice and then decide to call me up on your panel. You need to center yourself and reevaluate because you're not blameless, Cupcake. You are not blameless at all. This ration of shit that everyone keeps dishing out to you, you keep grabbing for the spoon, wanting them to spoon feed it to you. It's all for clicks, views, and money. Clicks, views, and money. Guess what, Mama T? I'm not up here for any clicks, views, or money. I'm not even monetized. Yeah, my cash app's running. I could probably like total up in double digits the amount of money I made in 6 months. I don't care. Could I use it? Yeah. I like outshine bars a lot. But I'm not up here to annihilate you just to get a few pennies. I'm up here because you pissed me off the other day. So, congratulations. Give yourself a big, swift kick in the arse because you did it. You pushed that button. And it made me like really look at the kind of person you are. Do yourself a favor and the crime community a favor. Don't report on cases. Not right now. And if you do, then you need to change your channel names around. I know you have that fierce and feisty channel. So if you want to keep Drama T or Mama T, that's a good one. You could be Drama T on the channel you have, your main one, and then do the other one, Mama T. But don't associate any cases, especially kids' cases, to the nonsense that you do right now. I understand you want to stick up for your friend. That's another thing, Mama T. You said some crap like I pretended to be Ernie's friend. When did that happen? When did I pretend to be his friend? When I was nice to him and gave him the opportunity to come up on my panel and answer some questions? Hell, I've done the same to you multiple times. I wasn't pretending to be your friend. I was just being cordial and respectful as a fellow creator. Hello and welcome to everyone that's been coming in. I wasn't pretending to be his friend. I've never done a thing to that man. Not a thing. I made a few clip videos, but I literally just clipped his words, not even like spliced anything together and made it creative. It's literally a straight clip of an entire sentence or two. And I altered it enough just so I wouldn't get struck. There's things about Ernie I don't trust, Mama T. Ernie, there's things about you I don't trust. There's questions I still have that I never really got an answer for. You told me you were going to send all kinds of stuff for me to look at. That hasn't been done. You're sneaky, Ernie. Everybody knows it. You know it. You could have done so many things with your channel, Mama T. just like someone else I know, and I'll get to that in a second. I'm only going to take a second on her though because I feel bad. But you literally have had people telling you, you've had your own chat, your own followers telling you, I thought we were going to be doing cases. You just can't get away from this stuff though, can you? You can't. But yet you want to come out here and cry because everybody else is all about the drama. You are all about the drama. You love it. You love it when people are talking about you. But newsflash, if you quit talking so much crap about everyone else, maybe, just maybe, they'd quit talking crap about you. Because I've noticed, like, when something's focused in on you, that's when you really go hard at other people. You want to point out the flaws in everyone else rather than just taking a moment of reflection and accepting your own flaws. And to me, that's a sad existence. How can you be so like content and happy with yourself when you act like an asshat every day? Like, what are you fighting for? Do you even know anymore? Do you even know? No, Beth. No. Oh, shit. Uh, I just got a mental picture. I'm scared. There was something else you said the other day, and I just, ugh. I really wish you would have, like, picked your boob balls up off the floor and brought yourself over here because it would have been a lot easier to have, like, a conversation. Because this is just going to go in one ear and out the other. If it even makes it that far, it might just get in one ear and just sit. You're not going to get anything from it. You're not going to learn anything. You're not going to change anything. If anything at all, you're going to respond. Well, have fun. I'll probably be there listening, but I have other accounts I can go in your chat with. I've been in there in every chat since then. But I'm not going to help you anymore. It's sink or swim time. No one wants to turn you against Ernie. People just want you to carve out a little bit of life for yourself. Like, pull away a little bit. Quit being all for him to the point that you're not for yourself. It's sad to watch. He does nothing for you. Nothing. He might come on your panel every once in a while. That's not to benefit you. That's because he's a little nervous to go on his own panel all the time. So he hops up on yours and insults everyone. And then you're left to deal with the aftermath. Because, like I explained earlier, even though you think he does no wrong, I can give you plenty of examples of everything he does that's wrong. He's not the only one. I'm not saying that he's the most evil person on YouTube. I'm not saying anybody is. We've all. I've even had moments that I'm not proud of. I probably won't be proud of this moment tomorrow because I don't usually come on here and just like hammer someone. But I'm using the whole box of nails in this coffin. I'm done. You're not worth my time. You're not worth my energy. There's so many other things I could be talking about, not because I think I'm better than anyone, just because I'm a human being and have an opinion like everyone else. Except the fact that I might know a little more about some things because I've been around here longer, or I know more people than you do. I venture out into other chats more than you do. I'm making a drink, you guys. I'm sorry if it's loud. Just all kinds of reasons. You never want to get your facts before you start talking about something. And it's unfortunate because you always look silly in the long run. Have you guys ever had strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper? It tastes like cough syrup. Blech. Who sounds like a bunch of mammoths? I probably sound like mammoth today. Oh my gosh. Yesterday I was listening to a till all things in life, back and proud, whatever it is these days. I was listening to her for a few minutes. That's another one that I try to be nice to, but I don't know. Am I bitchy, you guys? Maybe I'm like a little bitchier than I think I am because she took it like I was being mean to her too. But I was just trying to explain the same concept that, literally nobody's talking about you until nobody, I never heard any rumors about where you were when you were gone for that couple of weeks. I never heard a thing. I don't see your name in any chats really. Nobody's like, hey, where's Attil? Like, it just doesn't happen. But yesterday you said that people were making up rumors about you and that you're sick and tired of everyone coming on here and talking about people when you were literally on there talking about everyone. It's confusing. Uh-oh, what happened? Who did what? Oh, she did. She did tell Ernie that she was going to be a slutty cheerleader for Halloween. And I think she tried to throw zombie in there just to make it sound better, but she sure did say a slutty cheerleader. Why you got to talk about cheerleaders like that, huh? Hey, Fluffy. She aggravated me so much, but it felt kind of good to like just hit it head on. Mama T, don't call me names. Don't talk to me like I'm some common piece of trash, because I'm not. It is in her head. She always thinks, like, she sits there while on live. She did this today. And she's like, the more I think about it, the more I believe, blah, 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 blah. And she says that about so many things. And it's like, Mama T, the more you think about it, the easier it is to convince yourself of all kinds of things. But if you're not willing to get out there and do the legwork and look into things a little more and go to multiple resources, then that's all you're ever going to get is half-ass theories and conspiracy crap. And please stop overusing the word narrative. If you Google thesaurus and what word you want to look up, like narrative, for example, it'll give you all different kinds of words you can use instead. Nobody's out here spinning false narratives on you just to be mean and hateful. Some people are doing it just to be mean and hateful, but not everybody. Hello, Alabama girl. Carrie. Oh no, I think that might be all I have. At one point, Mama T, I wanted you to be better. Like, I wanted to help you along, but I don't feel sorry for you anymore. Not if you're going to bite the hand that tries to feed you or tries to help you. I'm not going to get into a pissing contest with you either. You can go out there and say whatever you want to me. You can try to convince the 25 people in your chat that are actually there for you that I'm some horrible person. Whatever. Sometimes I might be a little horrible, but I genuinely try not to be. So if it comes across like I think I'm better than someone or I think I know it all, it's because sometimes I do know it all and you know nothing. Not about everything, but about some things, like the names of child victims when you're talking about their cases. Or the fact that your BFF literally just did all those same things that very day that you're online yelling at other people about. Simmer down. It's not that serious. Who cares if people think that there's some video out there about you? Do you really think anyone believes that? But people are going to talk about it all the time because you decided to hop to the top of the rooftop and shout it out with a bullhorn. Griff is saying there's a tape out there of me. Well, congratulations. Only 11 people knew about it before. It's just exhausting. You're so exhausting. So go ahead and say what you have to say to me in response to all this, MamaT. You chickened out. Not afraid of anything, but you're afraid to come here. I gave you days warning. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I couldn't because we had a bad storm and the Wi-Fi sucked. So, but I even gave you 24 hours notice that said, no, it'll be tomorrow. So from this moment forward, you are no longer welcome here. You're not going to be invited to come on panel. Not going to save your ass with anything anymore. If you want to get someone like Savage on you because you want to talk about things you know nothing about, I'm going to watch it happen. There are people that have been around here for a long time, Mama T, and you should probably be a little afraid. There are people out here that do dirty, dirty things. You haven't even seen the half of it. There are some vengeful people on this planet. I feel better now that I got all that out, you guys. I really do. I'm going to go read some comments. Is there anything, any complaints that anyone in the chat has that y'all want me to like say it loud up here or something? I will speak on anyone's behalf. See, I got Carrie and Jimbo down here calling each other names in the chat. I'm just kidding. Penny Pauses says, thank you all. I care about everyone. I do too. Even people that I don't really like, they're not my favorite people. You know, I can find a soft spot for just about anyone most of the time. But her blowing up at me the other day, that was just unnecessary. Unnecessary. You know, don't think that it escapes my mind that y'all are a group of 50 somethings calling yourselves the freaking Tigers. That's what you guys can be. You can all be like furries for Halloween and get you some little tiger onesies. I just got a great idea. Okay. Well, that didn't take as much time as I thought it would. So I'm going to put the link for that song in the description if anyone wants to listen to it again. Yes, anyone who would like to get the world famous lightning tiger pills. You can get them for the low, low price of $79.99, guaranteed to be shipped out somewhere in the next year or so, if you're lucky. And you get a free pendant with every purchase. You are so welcome, Skirt. Gosh, if those lightning tiger pills are what made him act all crazy that few days before he got snake bit, ooh, I don't recommend them to anyone. I could change my name to Chasing Lightning Tiger Pills. Or just Chasing Pills. That would give someone everyone something to talk about. I don't know. I honestly, like, I'm not better than anyone. I'm super flawed. Y'all just don't know it. But I don't go out to intentionally hurt anyone. I have a tendency to, like, torture myself. Yes, snake bit. Snake venom pills. Hey, we can, like, make our own YouTube Monopoly or YouTube Go Fish game. Do you have any lightning tiger pills? I have two, and I'll raise you three venom pills. Oh, that Dr. Pepper is awful. Oh. Does anyone have super big plans this weekend? I don't know that we do. We have this festival here right now. It's called the Red River Revel because it's on the Red River, like the riverfront. The Riverfront District, I think that's what it's called now. But it's like a little art festival, and they have, like, honestly, where I live, we have a festival for everything. The sunflowers are blooming. Oh, let's have a festival. Time to pick blueberries. Oh, let's have a festival. The cotton's growing. Let's have a festival. We just like reasons to drink and get rowdy. But they have a festival going on right now through Sunday, and, like, you can go get your face painted. They have music. They have activities for kids. Me went on a field trip the other day. You guys, I was so embarrassed. Um, she rode the bus to school and went on her field trip, and then, like, when it was getting close to the lunchtime, her older brother just happened to be off that day, so we went to the field trip to meet her there and surprise her. And I was trying to find where her class group was, and when you walk into this, like, little arena thing, there was a tiny little step, like just the slightest ledge going up, and I didn't see it because it didn't look like there was anything there. And I tripped on that little ledge, and I went, like, flat face first. I didn't break anything on my face, but I slammed both knees. Oh gosh, my pride. Like, I was so embarrassed. Nobody saw that I know of. There was, like, tinted doors, so I know there were people in the building, but I don't know if they actually saw me fall. If they did, they didn't say anything about it. And my son, he was standing there, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And then he said, "Well, I thought you were gonna recover there for a minute." Because I, like, hobbled a few steps, and I fell, and then I bounced, like, on both knees. It hurt so bad. But I'm pretty clumsy sometimes. Artist fear. I guess that's probably, yeah, that's kind of like what this is, I guess. They have local artists, like, from the college and stuff that put displays up you can go look at, and then they have, like, it's called the Barnwell Art Center, but it's like a botanical garden. So you can go inside and look at all the plants. And then we have Cyport, which that's pretty fun. They have all kinds of like science stuff and like little IMAX movies you can watch. And then they have a few restaurants and clubs down there. I don't know. We used to have a happening nightlife around here back when I was in my mid to late 20s. But we don't have that anymore. There used to be lots of like warehouse parties and raves and stuff. And it's just once we got the lottery and things like that, and they brought in some riverboat casinos, then they kicked all the, hooligans from downtown and closed all the clubs down. Be safe driving, Erica. Where are you going, Trixie, that you're scared of? All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I have to go pick up Mini Me in about 24 minutes. So, thank you all for being here to listen to me rant. And next week, we're going to start talking about cases on my other channel. So, make sure you go sign up or sub up over there if you're not already. We are going to be talking about Crystal Rogers. I have been studying that case like crazy the past few days. Oh, is the train doing a tour right now? Maybe it's a cover band. Hmm. All right, guys. Everyone have an amazing weekend. The link for my second channel, I can't grab it right now. I'll put it in the Discord, Fluffy. I'll put it in the link ring. Um, so yeah. Everyone have a great weekend. Thank you all for being here. Be kind to each other. And Mama T, pull your head out of your butt. Don't call me names anymore. Um, so yeah. Hug your loved ones. You never know if tomorrow is going to come. And I will see all of you next week. Be safe.